from the Shah Cement, and this guy disguises his wrongments quite nicely. He does Tino, doesn't he? Very difficult to pick them up.
He does, and that's the skill that the spinner can possess. Makes him very, very difficult to play. Those that aren't so good at hiding their other delivery get picked up a lot easier and are dealt with a lot easier. So not the case with this man.
Near stand edge, didn't he? The ball going the other way. Asir Hussain playing for the Orthodox. Turn coming into him, but I think he just left him, turned away.
Did, as you say, so difficult to pick him up. Didn't know much about that. He'll take the run anyway.
It's like Rashid Khan in the mirror. Oh, he pulled that from wide outside off, but there is cover at half corner, and single is all they're going to get. Two Afghans bowling left-hander, right-hander.
This is the one you were talking about.
Well, I suppose at time we have to be innovative, particularly with unorthodox bowlers. When you're not quite sure, even when you're given the width, you're not sure if you're in a wideish delivery off the offside, you pull it and drag it towards the onside. That would have been a better option to try and play it through the covers. There's that little doubt in the minds of the batters. Which way is it going to turn? Swept that, finds the fielder. They go quickly through for the single, and that might be close. I don't think he's going to refer. He seemed to be safe, but good work in the field.
Very good work. Good example of running. But well out ahead of him, sliding it in, and he got home safely.
It's good. Go. And that's the way. You just slide your bat in. You don't plunk it on behind the crease. That can get batsman into trouble. Keep on sliding and reach your target. The other way, and he's got the bottom part of that ball, undercut it, and it's been holding but a couple of runs to finish off with a 9th over. And we should be getting a signal from the umpire. 62 for 3 is the score, and it's time for the Bosundhara helping us strategic time.
Malai chachara, জীবনটাই বৃথা।
আমার তাই লেবু গুনে গুনে 4 ফোঁটা সাথে 1 চিমটি আদা কুচি।
চিনি দিবেন, কিন্তু ঘুটবেন না। নিচে পড়ে থাকবে, ধীরে ধীরে ঘুরবে। আইসটি হবে। 12 রকম মানুষের 13 রকম চাওয়া, আর এই জন্যই বাংলা লিংকের আমার অফার। *888# এক্ষুনি ডায়াল করে আপনার পছন্দ মতো ইন্টারনেট আর টক টাইম অফার বেছে নিন। আর এখন ডায়াল করলেই 500 MB ইন্টারনেট এবং 500 SMS ফ্রি। বাংলা লিংক। মনে রেখো 5টি সময়।
Before breakfast, right before you have lunch.
রাতে খাবারের আগে, টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইফবয়।
বাংলাদেশের একমাত্র ইলেকট্রিক আর্ক ফার্নেসে পরিশোধনের পর তৈরি হয় ভূমিকম্প সহনীয় স্টিল AKS।
কটেন এই তো রাজবাড়ি,
আর ইনি বুঝি রাজামশাই। ম্যাপ দেখি সার্ভিসটা।
তুই যেমন তোর ইন্টারনেটও তেমন। ফলো মাই নেটওয়ার্ক।
এখন গ্রামীণ ফোনে একই ইন্টারনেট প্যাক 2টা কিনলে একটা ফ্রি। গ্রামীণ ফোন।
Makes you feel this way when I can't see through, when I'm feeling blue.
Your real beauty. Oppo F5. Capture the real you.
ভাই তুমি চা বানাই দিলা?
এক কাপ চাই যদি বানায় খাওয়াতে না পারি, কমিশনার হওয়ার পরে কি করবো?
ভাই তুমি যেরকম নাম্বার 1, তোমার চাও কিন্তু নাম্বার 1।
এমন নাম্বার 1 মানুষদের জন্যই নাম্বার 1 চা পাতা কন্ডেন্স মিল্ক আর চিনির দুর্দান্ত কম্বিনেশনে 1 কাপ নাম্বার 1 চা। নাম্বার 1 এর জয় সবসময়। অনলাইনে পছন্দের জিনিসটির পেমেন্ট বিকাশ করলে দুটো লাভ। 1, কেনাকাটা
হবে ঘরে বসেই বাড়তি কোনো চার্জ ছাড়া। আর 2, আপনি পাবেন 20% পর্যন্ত ইনস্ট্যান্ট ক্যাশব্যাক। তার মানে ক্যাশের চেয়ে বিকাশ ভালো। আপনার একটা বিকাশ অ্যাকাউন্ট আছে তো?
Yonder is now data free.
Yonder Music. Download the #1 music app now. Exclusively Robi এবং Airtel userদের জন্য. No money for music.
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়:
Before breakfast, right before you have lunch.
রাতে খাবারের আগে, টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইফবয়।
We're back after that Bosundhara Elphiga strategic timeout. Ravi Bopara is going to come in and bowl his second over. Went for 11 runs in his first. He's going to come and bowl from the AKS end, the far end of the ground, here at the Sheribangla National Stadium. Lovely stadium this is. Look at that. Still a lot of people around waiting for this game to finish. A lot of support from the Dhaka crowd. Kabir Rahman, 19 of 19. Just hit 1-6. There he goes, smashes it. It's high up in the air. There's a fielder trying to come around and get underneath. He does manage to get a bit of hand to it, but oh, that's bad luck. Just seemed to go over.
Chances are, Ravi Bopara, we know, bowls a lot of slow balls, uses variations. This possibly was one of them. And he got a good connection and a good effort from the captain, Ashrafi. That was almost 6 runs. It's a good effort. But unfortunately, it rolled into the boundary and will be signaled 4.
Really, Mashrafi Mortuza, even in... he gives it all, despite his injuries, despite his age. He's a really front runner, leads from the front in every game. There's a lot of heart. Little movement by the batsman, almost upset the rhythm. Another good piece of work. Saved a couple of runs at least. 2 very good pieces of committed fielding we've just seen.
That's good heart. He's nicely struck. Good diving effort. He goes over the rope, but makes sure that he's inside and there's no contact with the advertising triangles while he's got the ball in hand. So certainly safe too. It's good commitment. Nothing better for the bowler to see than when he's running in and trying to bowl. Good effort, especially from another fast bowler.
Absolutely lifts your spirits as a bowler. Get encouraged, and he'll be hoping that when he bowls, someone's going to return the compliments to him with some good piece of fielding. A little haze I can notice now, not so noticeable in the previous days. Full toss, really timing it well, and the sweeper picks up and restricts them to just a single.
26 from 22 now, Sabir. Had a pretty indifferent tournament. Well, the last game where he had a good partnership at the end with Tim Bresnan. He has struggled. So good to see him coming into his own.
Blowing it down, and he waits for that one, just 110 Ks. Have a look at the checking for dew. I don't think there's much. Well, there's a slight hint of it, but just think back to Sylhet when that hand was absolutely wet. And more proof of that is that hardly any of the bowlers are using towels to wipe the balls and get a better grip. Use of the feet. Exposed his intentions a little too early. Bowler shortens the length.
Rather quietened down now, the crowd. Lots of noise earlier on, but you mentioned that still plenty of people in the stadium, despite the time of day.
The time of night. Tuck round the corner, scamper through for a single, thinking of a second run, wouldn't be safe. That completes the 10th over. It's 72 for 3.
Got it!
এই তো রাজবাড়ি।
আর ইনি বুঝি রাজামশাই। ম্যাপ দেখি। সার্ভিসটা
তুই যেমন তোর ইন্টারনেটও তেমন। ফলো মাই নেটওয়ার্ক।
এখন গ্রামীণ ফোনে একই ইন্টারনেট প্যাক 2টা কিনলে একটা ফ্রি। গ্রামীণ ফোন।
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়।
বিফোর ব্রেকফাস্ট,
Right before you have lunch.
রাতে খাবারের আগে, টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইফবয়।
ও একদিন মানুষের মতো মানুষ হবে, তাই ওর জন্য আমরা নিয়ে এসেছি মাত্র 10 টাকায় সেরা স্বাদে নাম্বার 1 পুষ্টি প্রতিদিন, স্বাদে ভরা সেরা পুষ্টি।
বাইরের দেওয়ালের উপর ধুলো টিকতেই দেয় না। এপেক্স আল্টিমা।
Was just had a little bit, but those 3 wickets pegged them back. They're on a steady climb, but not steady enough to be up with the red worm. Thinking of changing the bowling. Poor guy, Zahir Khan has to take back his cap. But Tisera Pereira might be brought in. Let's have a look at Zahir Khan's bowling. Here's his Chinaman and the googly. That's just the regular leg spin there, and the one just comes up a little from behind, fingers from the back of the hand. That's the one going the other way. Going to be Tisera Pereira now coming in from the Shah Cement end. Captain Mashrafe Mortuza decided to take away the left arm wrist spinner Zahir Khan and replace him with Tisera Pereira. No wickets in the first game, 1 for 16 versus the Vikings. Against the Kings he got a wicket, and versus the Kumilla Victorians 2 wickets. He's the man that captain will be hoping will be able to make further inroads. Pensive, the think tank, the owners of the Sylhet Sixers. Pereira to bowl his first delivery in this innings. Lots of support for both the teams here.
Away looking for 2. They decide against it, and quite smartly so. The partnership very quickly gone to 48 from 38. You wouldn't think that they'd already amassed that amount of runs, but they need to make sure that they push on. What they've been doing, they need to carry on doing.
Now the towel's in evidence. Now that it's got a little heavier, the dew having an effect as the ball rolls across the surface. Waits on that one. Nicely done. Delectable shot that was. Just waited on it. Wait, and then put bat on ball and put it away past that fielder at 45.
This is nice. Another type of slow ball there. Just holding it in the hand for as long as possible. Nicely played. You can see him. He waited and waited and waited for that. Just when it got under his eyes, just a little lap. Nicely done.
Partnership worth 52 runs now of 39 balls. Very, very crucial. Just coming back slowly into the game. And he's tracked that from outside off, but this time there's protection in the deep. Single is old again.
Just feeling a little bit embarrassed seeing herself on the big screen. And another set of twins that we see in the stadium. I think that's the 3rd or 4th set I've seen since we've been in Dhaka, Shane.
Eagle eyes of Tina. do you know they're twins?
I'd hope they're twins if they've dressed in the same kind of clothing and they look the same.
Oh, hint of a swing that. Oh, just reversing, I think, at the last moment. The runs already coming the way that the team would like from Sylhet, 79 for 3, 88 for 2 were Ashaya at this point in time. So lost one more wicket. The pressure will be on. They've built up a decent partnership. Now at times they've got to just chance their arms. Ensure that run rate does not go over the 10 mark. God, and he's helped it on its way, and it's gone one bounce into the boundary. Easy as they come. Just a short arm jam, and off it went.
Yeah, this is more the Sabir Rahman I know. He knows the man is up in the circle at short third man, and all he's done is just ride the bounce and got a boundary. This is good batting. You can tell that he's thinking about the strokes that he's playing. He's thinking about where the fielders are in the field, and this is Thisara Perera. There's various release points, and you can see those red dots are the ones that are the Yorkers that he slings in and often gets right, and then his normal length deliveries are those blue ones a little bit wider.
So 11 overs completed, it's 84 for 3.
I see you at the movies, I see you with your lipstick.
এসে গেছে 2 দিনের ব্যাটারি লাইফ সহ নোকিয়া 2 4G স্মার্টফোন। এখন বন্ধুদের ফান চলবে নন স্টপ, কারণ নোকিয়া 2 সাথে এয়ারটেল দিচ্ছে 9 GB ইন্টারনেট, 300 মিনিট টক টাইম, সাথে আরো অনেক কিছু। এয়ারটেল।
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়: বিফোর ব্রেকফাস্ট,
Right before you have lunch.
রাতে খাবারের আগে, টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইফবয়।
ভাই, আপাতত মেনে নিন। বেশি স্বাধীনতা চাইলে ফ্রিডম প্যাক নিন। আছে আনইউজ ডাটা ক্যারি ফরওয়ার্ড, ভ্যালিডিটি ও ভলিউম বাড়িয়ে নেবার সুযোগ। নেই পেপার ইউজের টেনশন। রবি।
First 169 for 7, Gale getting 50 and Bryn McCullum getting 33. But the Sylhet Sixers are coming back into the game after being pegged back by early fall of wickets. Last wicket going down at 25. Since then, 59-run partnership between Shabir and Nasir have brought some semblance of attack into this Sylhet Sixers innings. 86 more runs needed for a win. It's going to be difficult, but it's definitely gettable. That's swept fine. No fielder is going to get to that. That's an easy picking for the batsman, just deviating down the leg side and paying the price.
Yeah, he's employed the sweep shot to him, and he's done well. Played it confidently and manipulated the field with it. You were talking in the last over, actually, Shamim, about playing the sweep shot if he's not sure which way the ball's going to spin. Remember, I played against Tusher Imran, who captained Bangladesh for many years, and he told me the same thing, that he employs the sweep shot when the ball's spinning a lot or he's not sure which way it's going. Something that certainly Sabir Rahman's used, and he's used it well.
Lights full effect here at the Sherabangla. Still a bit of haze around, more dew today than on other evenings. Zahir Khan into his third over, just given away 14 runs. Which way is this going? This is swept once again. Finds a fielder in the deep. 9 runs already in this over. Interesting that no, must be something wrong here. Think of the last ball also. 4-1-1. It's 6 actually. Yeah, something wrong with our fruit machine. It's just been corrected. That's what I thought. Looked a little surprised when I saw it on the screen, but that's what's actually happened. 4-1-1. Another sweep. And this time forward of the field, but he covers a lot of ground and Just single once again.
Just to pick up on your point, still a decent over so far. 2 balls to go. Single, single, single in the boundary of the first ball of the over. And that's why we always talk about at the beginning of the over, try and get a boundary in those first 2 balls. You put the bowler under pressure, 1. And 2, invariably it becomes a good over as long as you play out the rest of it sensibly.
Sensible is the word. And there's more use of the curl. No, it's particularly the wrist spinner has to use all those fingers to just give the ball the rip needed. Oh, it's alert to the batsman coming out of the crease. Has a shot, doesn't throw. It can't be easy for any kind of spinner, let alone a left arm orthodox leg spinner, to get enough revs on it and get a good grip. Balls come a little softer. That shot, that stood up to be hit. And it's heading for the boundary. Oh, it's been pulled in. Well done. Relay throw back. And that completes the 12th over. It's 93 for 3.
Got it! এই তো রাজবাড়ি।
আর ইনি বুঝি রাজামশাই। ম্যাপ দেখি সার্ভিসটা
তুই যেমন তোর ইন্টারনেটও তেমন। ফলো মাই নেটওয়ার্ক।
এখন গ্রামীণ ফোনে একই ইন্টারনেট প্যাক 2টা কিনলে একটা ফ্রি। গ্রামীণ ফোন।
This is sunshine smile makes me feel this way when I can't see through, when I'm feeling blue.
You're a real beauty. Oppo F5. Capture the real you.
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়। Before breakfast, right before you have lunch. রাতে খাবারের আগে, টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইফবয়।
ভাবনা থেকে ভালো কাজের শুরু। অ্যান্টিঅক্সিডেন্ট ও ফ্লেভোনয়েড সমৃদ্ধ এক অসাধারণ ব্লেন্ডের ফ্রেশ প্রিমিয়াম টি খুলে দেয় ভাবনার দুয়ার।
They're growing in confidence. They got into a nice rhythm. And with a pair like that, you would expect that the 9.5 runs to 9.6 is gettable.
It is. These 3 wickets to go. That was disappointing. And a lot of passion shown by Ghazi. This was the second to go. High into the air. And that was a good catch. Really good catch by Ravi Bopara. And this was Fletcher. Lots of runs in the beginning half of the tournament, but nothing so far in the last 3 innings. Whipped away again. It's a good shot. He played the sweep shot to him the last ball of his previous over, but it went straight to the man at fine leg. This time, he's got more willow on it, and it's gone to his left, well to his left before.
I think he's using the sweep shot very effectively. To a point, it's premeditated because you tend to shape before the ball is delivered, and that is very well executed. And particularly against a seam bowler, you need to be quick. I'd like to see Tisara Pereira's point of delivery, because he was talking about, when I interviewed him the last time, that he prefers to bowl with the lower arm. He could get a little bit of reverse back with the lower arm, and he could also bowl with control. There were reasons why he was resorting to bowl with the lower arm. Let's see whether that will be his ploy. He's got that man coming into that short fine leg area, 30-yard circle. And 3 others, the boundary riders on the leg side. Over mid off. Very safe. It's gone all the way for 6. That's his 50. Brilliant innings. Brilliant innings. Impressed with him. I always believe, that he is a player with immense potential.
41 in the last match, and it was only a matter of time before we started seeing the Shabir Rahman we know. Low full toss outside the off stump. He had to bowl outside off because he had brought that 45 up on fine leg. And with the man up, the full toss like that, easily dealt with. The good shots.
Yeah, he's having that mid-off fieldsman inside, and you can't bowl that length. Yes, he knows it's an important innings. But the key here now is for him to continue. He needs to carry on. He's got to 53 of 32, 5 fours and 2 sixes. He's done a lot of hard work, so to speak. Now he's got the easier part of the job. The long off being pushed back. Pereira's gone for 10 of the first 2. It's a slow one. That's the invariable response from the fast bowler. If you have taken apart with a 6 and a 4, you follow it up with a slow one.
These are the release points you were talking about. That one with the lower arm is the Yorker that you say he gets a bit of reverse back into the right-hander with. Those ones that are blue are the ones that are a more straighter release, higher release points. And you can see that those are the ones that go on a decent length and a shorter length. And the red ones are those ones that you spoke about, Roshan. And he releases with the lower arm, trying to get some reverse swing.
And that was the point he was trying to make about getting close to the stumps and bowling that way. But let's focus on this man, Shabir Rahman. What an outstanding innings. That was a magnificent shot, premeditated to start with. Some delicate sweeps. And then holding his course with that 6.
I've seen some uncharacteristic shots from him in the first bit of this tournament, and I've been disappointed knowing the quality of player that he is, but the last 2 innings he's certainly showing us that now. He's thought about his innings today, well crafted.
Looking to mix it up. That's just over 100 kilometers. Pereira is someone who used to bowl at 140. Has played Test cricket, has got a 5 at Test cricket, in Test cricket. But with the experience he's had in T20 leagues, he's looked to try and take the pace off the ball. He's looked to bowl a little bit more variety. This over he's gone for 12. Need a strong finish. Pereira. Oh, beautiful. Oh, brilliant. Equally good work. That's the captain. So it's 106 for 3.
I see you at the movies. I see you with your lipstick.
এসে গেছে 2 দিনের ব্যাটারি লাইফ সহ নোকিয়া 2 4G স্মার্টফোন। এখন বন্ধুদের ফান চলবে নন স্টপ, কারণ নোকিয়া 2 সাথে এয়ারটেল দিচ্ছে 9 GB ইন্টারনেট, 300 মিনিট টক টাইম, সাথে আরো অনেক কিছু। এয়ারটেল। মনে রেখো 5টি সময়।
Before breakfast,
Right before you have lunch.
রাতে খাবারের আগে, টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইফবয়।
ভাই আপাতত মেনে নিন, বেশি স্বাধীনতা চাইলে ফ্রিডম প্যাক নিন। আছে আনইউজ ডাটাকারী ফরওয়ার্ড, ভ্যালিডিটি ও ভলিউম বাড়িয়ে নেবার সুযোগ। নেই পেপার ইউজের টেনশন। রবি।
এখানে ঘুরছে সেখানে ঘুরছে রে, ঘুরছে রে, ঘুরছে এখানে ঘুরছে।
ঘুরাবে সবাই, কারণ 2টি মেন্টস অরেঞ্জ কিনলেই 1টি স্পিনটস ফ্রি। হাউ মেন্টস, ঘুরাও স্পিনটস।
মেন্টসকে না বলে কে?
It's important, but what's even more important is that they carry on. They put the team in a position where if they can bat another couple of overs, maybe another 3 or 4, as we look at Sabir's wagon wheel, you can see a couple of sixes. That one he had a little lap that went over, and that one is the last one that took him to 50 over long off. But lots of running around the field. He scored all around the ground, and that's good to see.
Well, I think Pia has been doing a lot of work. Let's see whom she has now.
এখন পর্যন্ত আমরা খুবই ব্যালেন্স একটা ম্যাচ দেখছি। ইনফ্যাক্ট 13 ওভারের পরে সিলেট সিক্সার্সের এখন হচ্ছে 106 রান 3 উইকেট, যেটা ছিল 13 ওভারের পরে রংপুর রাইডার্সেরও 105 রান 3 উইকেটে। এত ব্যালেন্স একটা ম্যাচ আপনার মনে হয় কি করলে সিলেট সিক্সার্সের পক্ষে ম্যাচটা পুরো ঘুরতে পারে?
আমার মনে হয় যেভাবে খেলছে এভাবে খেলতে থাকুক। ইটস এ ফ্যান্টাস্টিক টিম ওয়ার্ক। সমতাটা বজায় রাখলেই আই গেস ইনশাআল্লাহ আজকে ম্যাচ জিততে পারবো।
ওকে, বেস্ট অফ লাক। নাসির হোসেন এখন পর্যন্ত সিলেট সিক্সার্সের ক্যাপ্টেন, খুব ভালো খেলছেন। নাসির আজকে কত স্কোর করতে পারে বলে আপনি প্রেডিক্ট করছেন?
70 তো ডেফিনেটলি করা উচিত।
70 ওকে, বেস্ট অফ লাক ফর সিলেট সিক্সার্স। And now back to the commentary.
Thank you, Pia. It's 106 for 3, 13 overs. Now 64-42. That asking rate is coming down, 9.14. It's getting very gettable, very gettable. As long as this pair can continue.
What they don't need is to lose a wicket, Roshan. No, I'm happier to see them have a couple of overs where they go maybe at 2 or 3 runs below the rate. But as long as these two are still in, then the momentum is still with them. You don't want us to lose one of these two who's set and have somebody bowling at them who's been bowling decently, and then they have to start again. Important to analyze where they are in the game and go forward from there. Rubel Hussain back into the attack. He'll be bowling from the AKS end.
Mixing it up. Bowled a clever slower ball that had the wicket of Fletcher. Rubel Hussain bowled the cutter then. And his action, Tino, allows him to do that. He has that kind of a slinging action, could generate good pace of that, and could also disguise the slow ball, could use it to cut the ball.
Yeah, he puts his all into his deliveries. He's not a 140 bowler, but he can certainly bowl a sharp 135, high 130s. Like that. And it's only 133 and a half, but you can certainly see there's something behind the ball. Really letting it go.
Yeah, take a look at his action. He's really slinging. Here you are. Delivers it slightly straighter than someone who would bowl with a slinging action. Well, no comparison to Lasith Malik, who bowls it very low. But generally, well bowled. Will that be a wide? It won't be, but it's a good bouncer. That's one for the over. It's back on that subject, but he would have a look. Looking to come down the pitch. He's really looking to make his pace. But with that action, he could certainly bowl a cutter very effectively. It's like a quick off break because he will roll his fingers on the ball. Ball. That's the slow one we are talking about. Completely deceived Shabir Rahman. He was on with the shot. Could have easily nicked it.
That's very well disguised. Through the shot before the ball's even got there. Doesn't quite get through to the keeper, and they steal a single there. So good awareness. But that's really, really well bowled. He's outboxed him.
Yeah, that's the point I was trying to make. That he can conceal that. And that he did brilliantly. He's mixed it up quite well. This has been a good over. Gone for 4 runs of 5 balls. It's a good comeback. The asking rate now closing in on that 10-run mark, 9.73. That's because this over has been good. You were talking about not minding this pair going at least using 2 overs slightly lower than the asking rate. This is, I think, quite few runs below the asking rate. The last ball of the over. Let's see what happens. Oh, hits it back. Could have been a cotton ball, I think. But it bursts through the hands, goes to the boundary, spoils that over. It's 114 for 3.
Got it! এই তো রাজবাড়ি
আর ইনি বুঝি রাজামশাই ম্যাপ দেখি সার্ভিসটা
তুই যেমন তোর ইন্টারনেটও তেমন ফলো মাই নেটওয়ার্ক
এখন গ্রামীণ ফোনে একই ইন্টারনেট প্যাক 2টা কিনলে একটা ফ্রি গ্রামীণ ফোন
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়
Before breakfast, right before you have lunch.
রাতে খাবারের আগে, টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইফ বয়।
Sunshine smile makes you feel this way. When I can't see through, when I'm feeling
Your real beauty. Auto F5. Capture the real you.
More severe than what I thought. Look at that. Oh, What cotton ball? That's very nearly hit the head. I think he did well to avoid it.
If it was going to be caught, it was going to be caught off his head by possibly somebody at long on.
My apologies to Rubal Hussain. Unconditional apology.
And apologies from Veer Rahman as well.
That was hit back. Tino, you got sharper eyes than me. I'm up here, and for a moment, that split-second reaction to me, I thought it burst through his hands.
I was wondering if we're doing commentary on the same game after he said there was a chance.
I said very nearly.
Even very nearly.
Oh, that's another one.
Another chance. Good fielding down at long on. I'm not sure if he managed to save the boundary, but good work. We know what a good fielder he is, Brendan McCullum, despite being a wicketkeeper for the majority of his career. He's come steaming around the boundary, and we'll need a different angle to see what's happened there, but certainly a fantastic effort.
That looks all right at that point. Now, there we lose sight of the ball. That's the point the third umpire will want to see.
I think that's good. I think that's good.
You're the one with the better eyesight, Tino. Go on.
It's difficult to tell, Rashant, but it doesn't look to me like there's any movement on that advertising triangle. And I'd like to believe that that man on screen, Brendan McCullum, with all the cricket that he's played, is a gentleman. I don't think if the ball had gone into the boundary, he would allow people. And there we go. He confirms that. No, that was all right.
Yeah, that's the fielder's version. This will give us a better idea. I think it's a good stop. The boundary boards doesn't move at all. So it doesn't look like touching it. Oh, Brendan McCullum's confirmation that it's all right might be, after all, accepted.
No, I don't think we're going to get a better angle than that. I mean, the third umpire's going to have to make his decision using that angle. But to me, that looks good.
I think it's 2 runs. It's 2 runs, it's not a boundary. So they got 2 of the first 2 balls. 9.5 runs now. He's the required red. Zahir Khan. Goes the left arm Chinaman as he's called. Oh, this one. Gone all the way. At 6.
A little bit of air, and it looked like the kind of delivery that Nasir Hussain plays the slow sweep to, and he's done that. That's a good shot, and he knows that there's no one back in that particular line. So even if he doesn't get it for 6, it's not going to get caught. That's a good shot. It's a shot that he plays well, and they're going to have to be wary of that.
Okay, let's take a look at the speed of the bat. Dragged it. It's 128 kilometers. Dragged it and possibly hit it with the spin. He tends to bowl the wrong end and goes a lot of wrist spin, the conventional one that spins back. It's a wrong end. That generally makes the right-hander struggle. Yeah, he's getting a bit of bounce there, but wayward in terms of his length.
Yeah, we all know how difficult it is, Rashan being a wrist spinner. His teammate, Rashid Khan, is one of the best in the world.
Another one. Quite a few of this type in the world who Yadav from India. There is Lakshant Sandakan from Sri Lanka. Kabresh Shamsi, the South African. And now we have Zahir Khan. So quite a few left-arm wrong and bowlers, wrist spin bowlers. That's a difficult art to master. Well, Paul Adams from South Africa had a very ungainly action. Brad Hogg, of course, was different, but all of them were off this grade. It's a single of the last ball. It's 125 for 3.
Malay chacha, Zivo David.
আমারটাই লেবু গুনে গুনে 4 ফুটা সাথে এক চিমটি আদা কুচি
চিনি দিবেন কিন্তু ঘুরবেন না নিচে পড়ে থাকবে ধীরে ধীরে ঘুরবে
আইস টি হবে 12 রকম মানুষের 13 রকম চাওয়া আর এই জন্যই বাংলা লিংকের আমার অফার *888# এক্ষুনি ডায়াল করে আপনার পছন্দ মতো ইন্টারনেট আর টক টাইম অফার বেছে নিন আর এখন ডায়াল করলেই 500 MB ইন্টারনেট এবং 500 SMS ফ্রি বাংলা লিংক
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়
Before breakfast, right before you have lunch.
রাতে খাবারের আগে টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইফ বয়
100 runs partnership. This is the 5th 100-run partnership in the AKS BPL 2017, powered by Shah Cement. This is a very, very crucial partnership for Sylhet. They were down and out at 25 for 3 and nowhere to go. Shabir Rahman and Nasir Hussain, the captain. Shabir Rahman, of course, a young batsman, 61 of 40 balls. Nasir Hussain, 33 of 26.
It's an important partnership. You can see that the hierarchy and the bowlers of Rangpur Riders have got a lot to think about. 45 from 30, 9 and over now. It's come down, Sean. And certainly if these two can bat majority of these remaining 5 overs, they certainly will be very close to, if not having won the game.
9 and over for the last 5 overs is easier to maintain. Wanted 9 overs, say 10 overs or 15. That's asking for too much. That's tough. Zio Rahman, just 14 wickets in 73 matches. His economy rate is 9.5 runs over. But with this pair going and this partnership over 100 with 6 of 67 balls, Sylhet should be backing themselves at this stage. Just looking to bowl some cutters. Now it's 44 of 29 balls. But at this stage, it's wickets that's needed. Dot balls cannot help that cause. Rangpur need wickets, and they need wickets quickly. Just need 2 new batsmen.
Just 1 wicket can change everything. Looking for 2, captain, he would not have made it halfway down the pitch had he come back. Ravi Bopara, the fielding man, plays such an important role for Rangpur. He's done really well with the bat, batting through difficult times in the middle period towards the end, and taking some crucial wickets as well with the ball. Great enthusiasm and energy in the field. This man will be hoping that Ziaul can get him a wicket and get him one fast.
Short and wide, good fielding. That was 4. There was a boundary written all over it. At that pace, with so much of width, the chances are that that could have just raced away to the boundary.
That's twice we've seen him in the last 4 or so overs, diving away and saving a certain boundary. That's leading by example. He knows how crucial every single run is at this stage. And if the captain can be jumping around and diving around the field like he is, and certainly that can gee up the rest of the team to do the same.
We got 3 balls to go in the over. So far, just 3 singles. This time, he will get a boundary. Easily done. That ball was dragged short, and Shabir Rahman was inside the line and had plenty of time. Look at the wrists. Just helping it behind square leg.
He's trying to employ the slow ball again, slightly shorter than he would have liked, but I would like to see them have a man back at fine leg to Shabir Rahman. He's played that shot really well, including the sweep shot to the seamers. And lots of runs he's got in that area. They need to make sure they block it out. And he's just gone back to fine leg there.
Got the point fieldsman in the 30-yard circle. He's got a square leg or a fine leg out. They close with the line. A single, turning out to be a very, very good over. So far, they've got 8 runs off the first 5 balls.
Yeah. Kabir has taken control of this innings and taken responsibility. And I like that. I'm talking about his quality all the way throughout this tournament. And now he's certainly coming into his own and showing just what a quality player he is. While he's there with the captain, Silit will feel they're in total control.
Running that first run hard. They'll want to come back for 2. They will come back for 2. Brilliant running. Brilliant running to end the over. 10 runs off it. It's 135 for 3. 16 overs completed. Now the asking rate is down to 8.75, and it's time to take the Basundhara LP Gas strategic timeout.
মালাই চাচারা জীবনটাই বেঁচা
আমারটাই লেবু গুনে গুনে 4 ফোঁটা সাথে 1 চিমটি আদা কুচি।
চিনি দিবেন কিন্তু ঘুরবেন না, নিচে পড়ে থাকবে, ধীরে ধীরে ঘুরবে। আইসটি হবে 12 রকম মানুষের 13 রকম চাওয়া, আর এই জন্যই বাংলা লিংকের আমার অফার *888# এক্ষুনি ডায়াল করে আপনার পছন্দ মতো ইন্টারনেট আর টক টাইম অফার বেছে নিন। আর এখন ডায়াল করলেই 500 MB ইন্টারনেট এবং 500 SMS ফ্রি। বাংলা লিংক।
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়।
Before breakfast, right before you have lunch.
রাতে খাবারের আগে, টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইফ বয়।
It's the sunshine smile makes you feel this way. When I can't see through, when I'm feeling blue.
You're a real beauty. Oppo F5. Capture the real you.
Got it!
এই তো রাজবাড়ি।
আর ইনি বুঝি রাজামশাই।
ম্যাপ দেখি সার্ভিসটা
তুই যেমন তোর ইন্টারনেটও তেমন। ফলো মাই নেটওয়ার্ক।
এখন গ্রামীণ ফোনে একই ইন্টারনেট প্যাক 2টা কিনলে 1টা ফ্রি। গ্রামীণ ফোন। AKS BPL 2017 রাজশাহী কিংস বনাম খুলনা টাইটান্স আগামীকাল দুপুর 1টায়।
টি20 শর্ট ভার্সন খেলা মারমার কাটকাট ব্যাপার থাকে। উদ্বোধনী পার্টনারশিপটা কিন্তু সম্পূর্ণ ম্যাচটা কিন্তু চেঞ্জ করে দিয়েছে। ওয়েল স্টার হি ইজ আউট অফ ক্রিকেট ফর এ লং টাইম। বেসিক্যালি ইজ অ্যাটাকিং প্লেয়ার। ভালো বলটাকে তারা ইন্টারচেঞ্জ করেছে।
ফ্রেশ প্রেজেন্টস পাওয়ার প্লে BPL 2017 প্রতিটি ম্যাচের শেষে নিবেদন ফ্রেশ।
আমি কিন্তু রেডি।
এটা কি পড়ছো? মানায়? হলুদের প্রোগ্রাম পাঞ্জাবি পড়তে হয়।
ভাই আপাতত মেনে নিন, বেশি স্বাধীনতা চাইলে ফ্রিডম ব্যাক নিন। আছে আনইউজ ডাটা ক্যারি ফরওয়ার্ড, ভ্যালিডিটি ও ভলিউম বাড়িয়ে নেবার সুযোগ। নেই পেপার ইউজের টেনশন। রবি।
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়।
Before breakfast, right before you have lunch.
রাতে খাবারের আগে, টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইফ বয়।
Second Basundhara LP Gas strategic timeout is done. Oh, it's a recovery of sorts from Silat Sixers. Well, their team was down and out by losing 3 wickets, but this partnership between Nasir and Sabir has put them on track.
has been a free-flowing innings from Saber. As a batsman, you're only one innings away from regaining your form and confidence. After playing responsibly in the previous game where he scored 40-odd runs, he's right back and producing a timely innings for his side. And Nasir Hussain wasn't a free-flowing innings, rather painstaking but very effective. He absorbed all the pressure and has made his team make a strong comeback into this game. 17th over. And the captain realizing they have to break this partnership. They have to enhance their chances in this game.
Yeah, what a fantastic partnership. You talk about Nasir Hussain, what about Shabir Rahman? 67 in 44 deliveries. Really took the pressure off Nasir Hussain. That's the reason he's played in that fashion. He's also scored 40, you mentioned that, of 33 deliveries. But what a knock this is from Shabir Rahman. Last 4 overs, very crucial, very important for Select. Select in looking good. Just a single. Just for the record, Rangpur Riders has scored 40 runs in the last 4 overs. They needed 35 of the last 4 overs. 5 runs. I thought the last over that Select Sixers bowled was excellent. I think 4 or 5 runs in that over, the last over.
And imagine if Plunkett hadn't given 22 runs in the second last over, things would have been totally different for Select Sixers. But anyways, they are in a very good position.
Yeah, 4 runs in the last over that Select Sixers bowled. And that was 23 runs from Liam Plunkett. But that's all gone. What is important now for Select Sixers? They're on the driving seat, 2 set batsmen in the crease. And if they stay till the end, they should come home. Swing and a miss.
Captain bowling with responsibility, variating. All the times, he's a thinking bowler. Crucial juncture of the game. Legendary fast bowler Waqar Younis in the house. He's the team mentor. Good run.
What this is turning out to be. Mashrafi Murtaza leading from the front. He knows he needs to do something very special to ensure that Rangpur Rider end up on a winning note. He's done so far nothing wrong. He's just given away 2 runs of the 4 deliveries that he has bowled. Can he finish off nicely here? On strike is Shabir Rahman on 68. 7 4s and 2 6s for him as well so far.
Both the sides trying their hardest to come out of that losing streak. It's been a very good over so far. Desperation creeping in for the batters.
And after a long time, the required run rate goes over 10 runs in an over due to the fact that Mashrafi Murtaza has given away only 2 runs in this over. 10.42 the required run rate. It's climbed up very quickly.
2 more deliveries to go. He has to finish this over strongly. Very good delivery to end the over. 17 gone, 137 for 3.
Got it! এই তো রাজবাড়ি।
আর এই বুঝি রাজামশাই। ম্যাপ দেখি। সার্ভিসটা
তুই যেমন তোর ইন্টারনেটও তেমন। ফলো মাই নেটওয়ার্ক।
এখন গ্রামীণ ফোনে একই ইন্টারনেট প্যাক 2টা কিনলে একটা ফ্রি। গ্রামীণ ফোন।
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়।
Before breakfast, right before you have lunch.
রাতে খাবারের আগে, টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইফবয়।
becoming intense. Required run rate now 11 per over. Long discussion between Pereira and the captain Mashrafi. Some tense moments. Have a look. Engrossed.
Yeah, it's because of the dew it has been good for batters, but that last over can be the game changer. Mashrafi Murtaza gave away only 2 runs, and now all of a sudden they require 11 runs in an over. 1 an over from the captain. 1 for 18 of 4. He's hit that into the deep, which should be a couple of easy runs.
Yes, you're right. That was an amazing over, given the situation. But he has to follow it up well, Pereira. He's experienced. This is not an unfamiliar situation for him. He should know what to do. Both the captains led their team from the front. Good delivery. Right into that block hole. Nothing batsman could do.
Yeah, very good. Really good. That's what Rugby Riders wants to see from Tizara Pereira in the Yorker box.
Good over from Mashrafi. Pereira looking to follow it up. Pressure on the batting lineup. Oh, something is going to give. The Beer is going to try something extravagant. The bowler must be aware of that. What is he going to do? Is going to go for the Yorker length? Or is thinking otherwise for a slow one?
Slow deliveries, Sabir Rahman versus Seam, 177. Only 5 runs is scored in the last 8 deliveries. This is good from Rangpur Riders.
Oh, missed out. Missed out. Running hard for 2. Oh, is it a let off by the wicketkeeper? Oh, that was a good throw. How could he miss that?
We didn't see the celebration from Mohammad Mithun, the keeper. Great throw in. He's lost it. Could have been easily a wicket here.
Oh. Is this the luck that Sixers needed to get out of that losing streak? Have a look. What a throw that was. Wicketkeeper didn't have to move. It was stumps high and he missed it. Oh, that's a big let off. A set batsman's appeal. Batting on 70 now. It can be costing.
Oh, it can turn out to be very costly indeed. Is there a turn of tiger in favor of Surat Sixers? They picked up 2. Had that thrown been taken by the keeper, he would have been out, and that would have been only 1 run. They need 28 or 15. Have a look at this. It's not even in the frame. It got inside the gloves and it just popped out.
Oh dear. And it's travelling and taken. Big wicket. How calm was McCullum at the boundary line. Held it nicely. Pressure on Surat Sixers.
Yeah, how calm was the bowler also? He was pitched up deep in his crease. When he wanted to hit a 6, all he managed to do is hit it straight to Brendan McCullum at long on. That is the big wicket. Sabir Rahman played a beautiful knock. 70, he's gone. Still at 142 for 4.
এই তো রাজবাড়ি।
আর এই বুঝি রাজামশাই
দেখি সার্ভিসটা তুই যেমন তোর ইন্টারনেটও তেমন ফলো মাই নেটওয়ার্ক
এখন গ্রামীণ ফোনে একই ইন্টারনেট প্যাক 2টা কিনলে একটা ফ্রি গ্রামীণ ফোন
এমন ঝড়ের গতিতে সব লিখে ফেলতে ম্যাটাডোর বল পেন এতে আছে জার্মান হাইফ্লো ইঙ্ক লেখাকে করে সুপার ডুপার ফাস্ট ফাস্ট এন্ড ফাস্ট
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়
Before breakfast, right before you have lunch.
রাতে খাবারের আগে টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইফ বয়
Riders not quite getting underneath that delivery. It's straight to McCullum, who held it nicely. They are right back. Wrong to Riders. They are needing something special. Bresnan has got the ability to drop the ball.
He started it all. Mashrafi Mortaza, the board. Absolutely brilliant. Created the pressure and then forced Shabir Rahman to play that shot. Without that over, I think it would have been very, very difficult for Rangpur Riders to come back into the match. So hats off to Mashrafi Mortaza. It hasn't finished yet so far.
Yeah, he's the one who created pressure. Oh, was in the air. Valiant effort at point. Ball was struggling. Slice the ball very hard and have a lock. Good effort from Ravi Babara. Oh, he was.
Hey, nah. Ay.
কি আমার মুখস্থ হইতেছে তোমার কেন বলে সাদা